Want get treat like movie star, sip champagne and eat caviar. When she a moving a expensive car, Benz, Lexus and Jaguar. Yeah man, this is Pump Stand straight out of Antigua. Bigging up Lady Leo. You hear?
You know, no, that's been Leo, Lady Leo, yeah.
Gold Onyx, children's cultural production of this show. Stay tuned to hear positive.
This is Shazam, proud sister of Lady Leo, host of the Community Information Show. Tune in every Friday, 6 to 8 p.m. Lady Leo also hosts the Children's Cultural Film Club every second Saturday of the month. Children £4, adults free. For all the family. For more information, visit goldonyx.co.uk.
And now it's time for the Lady Leo with the Community Information Show. Hey, this is information for everyone. Hey, this is information for everyone. Hey, this is information for everyone. L-E-O-O, you know, no, that's been Leo. Lady Leo. Yeah. Oh.
Yes. Yes. Yes, it's Lady Leo here on blessradio.co.uk.
One.
And
If it's about
also
your 4G
on
Wi-Fi device,
Bless
press
Extra.
2.
And we're here going live. Yes. I want to say hi, hello, where you been? Long time to the world. Yeah, north, east, south, and west of the world. I want to say hi, greetings to all of you. I want to apologize last week. I know last week you were waiting and waiting. I heard Raggedy saying that, oh, Lady Leo is going to be here. She's going to be here. And I'm surprised myself. I was waiting for me too. And I don't know what happened. But nonetheless, we're going to start off, as always, if you can remember, we've been off for about 6 weeks. But if you can remember, we always start off by saying, thank you to the Most High, the Omnipotent One, and Array, Most High, Supreme One, Mother Nature, Mother Earth. We want to say thank you so much for the life, health, strength, wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, food, drink, air, water that you have lavished onto your peoples. I want to say thank you so much for that. I also want to say thank you to the management and engineers of Bless Radio. I know working with me is really something else, isn't it, when it comes to technology? But we got through it, we battered through. So thank you once again. And I want to say thank you to all the brothers and sisters right here on Bless Radio. And also to the DJs. And thank you, Raggedy, for your introduction there. Thank you so much for your, I think it was 3 hours or 2 hours of reggae matical music there. So I want to say thank you once again. Did you miss me? No? Yes? Well, if you missed me, I'm going to give you a number. You can tell me that you missed me. The number 07944 431366. That's 07944 431366. And slowly, for those of you who haven't got it plumbed into your phone and who thought I was talking too fast, 07944 431366. And today's topic, you know, I haven't really put together a massive topic, but there's a couple of things that I wanted to talk about on this Friday, the 8th of May 2020. They call it V-Day. And it's also a bank holiday, or of all the days, a Friday, a bank holiday. That goes to show that they can move things wherever they feel like putting them, whatever they feel like doing, they can do. Nothing's set in stone. Nothing is rigid. So it's bank holiday today. How was your bank holiday? We had lovely weather for it. I thought of a topic, what is going on? And the question that I want to pose to you all is the concept of community an illusion? Okay? Is the concept of community an illusion? Do you have any thoughts on this? The number is 07944 431366. All right. Now, I know that we've gone through a turbulent time over the last 6 weeks. We've had fear factors pushed in our face every which way but loose. Yeah. We've also had the country and the world on lockdown. We've had social distancing, and we're still in it to a certain degree. And along the way, we have lost quite a number of loved ones. Some we know, some we don't know. And it's really also a time for reflection over these last few weeks, reflecting on the way forward as an individual, the way forward as a family, the way forward as a community. Doing things in the mindset of those who normally are walking beside us to help us and are no longer here. Some of us have lost mothers, some of us have lost fathers, brothers, sisters, children over these past 5 weeks. And I know that the grieving process has been, look, for some people it's been one after the other, not even having a full time to grieve over the lost one. Then you hear of another person either critically ill or passing away as well. And in saying that, we do want to remember and respect the life of our dear brother who we had his passing celebration on Wednesday, his life celebration on Wednesday, our brother Dougie. Yeah, a wonderful, wonderful brother in the community. I know some of you tuned in to various media outlets on Wednesday. We had the live streaming that we had of him, of the celebration. We had various radio stations. And I want to say thank you to all those on whatever station or whatever platform you were listening to, that you phoned in and sent in your remembrance of Dougie in celebration of his life. So it's about who's going to fill the gap. And we was talking about that on Wednesday. Can anybody fill the gap for such a dear brother who's one of our presenters here on Bless Radio and also on SLR and various other radio stations as well? So we want to remember his life, at this time. And as I said before, not forgetting all those who we've lost along the way. So I've got here social distancing. I don't want to talk so much about COVID. I think we have rinsed that to death. But what I would like to hear from you is, how has social distancing been for you? How has the lockdown been for you? I realise that a lot of individuals at this time, when I hear people talk over the last 6 weeks, a lot of people have used this time to reconnect with God, reconnect with the Most High, for whatever reasons, Some people that I've spoken to thinking that it's the end of the world. Yeah. A lot of children, young people, frightened for the amount of things that keep popping up on the television and all over the place in relation to staying safe. Others have used it as an opportunity to excel their business via mediums such as Zoom and other platforms like that. Taking advantage of the most of us, not advantage, taking an opportunity because a lot of us are at home, some of us are bored, and to tune into what other people are doing has really been another form of coping mechanism. I know that some people are really finding it very, very, very difficult to cope during this time. My heart goes out to the elders of all the groups of most, and I'll come on to that in a moment. Also, parents, how are you managing during this time of lockdown? I know some children are still going to school, those who are parents, whose parents are key workers and things like that, and those who have children with disabilities. I know that some of those provisions are still running, maybe not how it used to, but I know that some of them are running. How have you been able to manage? How have you been able to navigate through this? You know? And I've been speaking to a lot of people. They've used it as an opportunity, a great opportunity to clear out their house, declutter. Some have done DIY, some have done painting and various different things that are going on. You know, when you're driving around and you see the amount of people doing things. How has it been for you? Do let us know. 07944 431 366. And also, we're in the month of May. We term this in the Pan-African world as Africa Liberation Month. And it has been a blessing, I would say a blessing, to see so many video clips pass my nose in relation to different countries in Africa waking up to the awful ways in which they've been treated and how they're going to deal with it. I've seen Kenya president talking about all police uniforms are now going to be made in Kenya and nowhere else. They're not going to outsource anymore. Other places like Uganda talking about they're only going to eat their own produce. They're not going to import anymore. And it's such refreshing for someone like me to see that, because for years I've been saying to myself, they have all the resources they need. They don't need to get it from anywhere else. But I do know about the economic sanctions that have been put on countries so that they must source from outside. I'm aware of those things. But I'm glad that some of them are being defiant now. Well, it's not defiant, it's standing up for their rights. But others may see it as being defiant. Others may even see it as taking on the spirit of their African ancestors. Yeah? That they decide that they're not going to be party to the foolishness that has been going on for decades and centuries around the world in relation to Africa. Africa is waking up, and I'm so glad. And all we can do, those of us outside of Africa, across the diaspora, is to encourage them along the way, to ensure that they keep going, they keep on keeping on. There was another country, I can't remember the name of it offhand, but they were talking about where the Chinese, where they got where the Chinese has binded them into taking away their natural resources. They have decided to quash the contract altogether, saying that it was unfair, not fit for purpose. Yes. So I think that it's a good time for the world to be waking up. I know that I've been speaking to a lot of individuals who are now waking up and understanding what is going on. What is going on, you know? And yes, for you, how I would like to hear from those of you around and about who's locked on this time, whether you want to just send in a text and let me read it out, or you want to come in over the air, you can do that. And we can speak about what is going on and how has it been for you, and where do we see ourselves going forward as a nation. Yeah. And another question, and to remind you of the question, is the concept of community an illusion? I'm going to play this track, and then after that, what I'll do is I'm going to let you know some of the community things that I have been engaged in over the 5 weeks. And I'm sure that there's other organisations doing things. If you want to let us know what's going on for you, you can do that too. So here you go. Let me play this one. Maccabee.
We have to wonder what it's really for. Yes, I know. Can't until you fool the people.
Sorry, I'm Freddie McGregor.
Inside Freddie McGregor. See me singer. Let load.
Try to tell them war is not the answer.
No way.
That peace and love alone must conquer.
That's the only way.
But you refuse to listen, and you don't want.
Can't fool the people and them can't fool the Father. When no said them coming with them new world order. Can't fool the people and them can't fool the Father. When no said them coming with them new world order. With them there, where all the weapons them there. The ones of mass destruction that them say over there. With them there, where all the weapons them there. The ones of mass destruction that them say over there. It make you wonder, it really make you ponder. How them never find no weapons over yonder. Can't go to war based on no propaganda. Me say them can't fool the people no longer.
When will they realize the people see them with an open eye? They're so blind they can't see what's happening to you.
People did not tell them, but them never want listen. Shine up them bomb till them sparkle and glisten. Brand new weapon, brand new ammunition. And them couldn't wait for the bomb, them for christen. Can't fool the people and them can't fool the Father. We know said them coming with them new world order. Can't fool the people and them can't fool the Father. We know said them coming with them new world order. Instead of getting better, me say things are get worse. You see, say everybody depend terror alert. We don't see the plan, and me see say it a work. Soon your civil liberties will end up in a hearse. Computer chip them want to put in your brain. After your own security, yeah, that them a go claim. Them want all religion to come under one name. The one world government, that is their aim. With them there, where all the weapons them there. The ones of mass destruction that them say over there. With them there, where all the weapons them there. The ones of mass destruction that them say. Fighting for greed and for oil and for power. Anything that get in the way get devoured. It no matter if them wrong and make a big error. What them do? Them just blame the war and terror.
When will they realize the people see them with an open eye? They're so blind they can't see what's happening to you and me.
I see them find him and them put them there.
What a day when the tables turn. Will you still be so concerned? You still don't want to wait.
The Father, they know say they coming with them new world order.
Why don't you
people and them can't fool the Father.
Really
we know say they coming with them new world order. With them there, where all the weapons them there. The ones of mass destruction that them say over there. With them there, where all the weapons them there. The ones of mass destruction that them say over there. It make you wonder, really make you ponder. How they never find no weapons over yonder. Can't go to war based on no propaganda. Me say them can't fool it.
Yes, I don't know if you had a chance to actually listen to the words of that song. That's a song called Where Them There. right? And that was actually put together on an album called Word, Sound and Power from 2004. But if you listen to the words of that song, all that has happened since 2004 is in that song and before, yeah? So, you know, thanks for the insight, Maccabee. And hold on, we've got somebody calling. Let me see. Greetings. Greetings. I'm trying to. Hold on. I can't find you. Greetings. Can you hear? Oh, it's a shame we can't hear this caller. Bear with me. Greetings. I'm not sure what's going on here, but greetings. Can you hear me now? Hello? I think I've lost my caller. Hello, greetings. Now the caller's still on the line, but I can't. If you can give me a couple of minutes, I'm going to play another tune and then hopefully speak to you, okay? Sorry about that. I'm going to go into another Maccabee tune because this was another one that I thought was quite, when I was listening to it again, the words in relation to what we're going on with now, what's going on for us now. This one's called, where is it, God? I've lost it. I have totally, there it is. Far Away, yes? Far Away. Here we go.
Far away from Babylon.
Repatriation is a must. Let's focus on Africa. I'm not coming along.
Hello, greetings. Hello. Greetings, I can hear you.
Greetings, beloved.
Greetings, how are you? What's your name and where you calling from? Can you hear me? Caller, are you there?
Greetings.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Why you not talk?
For some odd reason, the caller can't hear on that phone either. So I don't know what's going on. Like I said, I will play this tune, and then after the tune, we will hopefully have things sorted out. All right. So here we go. Another one from Maccabee. This one's called Far Away from Babylon. All right. Listen to the words as well. Again, it goes in with what we were doing, what we're going through at this time. Yeah.
Repatriation is a must. Let's focus on Africa. I'm not gonna be alongside Queen Amiga.
I wanna be with my lion, conquering of the tribe of Judah. Seated in holy Mount Zion of the Trinity.
And when we tell them, say, think I joke the rasta make. When we say we are go step, I will be like a cassette. When you're pressing the eject, preparation we are make. Certain time we are go take. Serious is not a threat. Getting ready, getting set. Africa we not forget, we not reject, we not neglect. Babylon we get to yet. So we slipping through the net. Now go powder, now go fed. Take the line around the jet. This your place is not correct. So Africa we are select.
Far away from Babylon.
Yes, we have a forward as I am. I Selassie, I rely on.
Greetings, sister.
Can you hear me? Hello, greetings, caller.
Greetings.
Hello, hello.
I'm not hearing you.
I know. I'm wondering why, but I can hear you. Wait a minute. Hello, greetings. Can you hear me now? Can you hear us now?
Lady Leo.
Yes. I've got my technician here with me to help me, all right, to see if we can get through this. But for some odd reason, it's not working. Skype. Are you still there? Greetings. If you can hear us, caller, can you call the studio phone, which is 079 44 431 366. That's 079 44 431 366. Right. I will play this tune again. You could tell I'm back in it. You can so much tell that I'm back. I don't know what's going on here. Yes, you are in tune to blessradio.co.uk and also Bless Extra, all right? And we've plugged so many things in and out that we...
Time we are gonna take serious is not a trek. Getting ready, getting set. Africa we not forget, we not reject, we not neglect. Babylon we get create, so we slip into the net. Now go cold and now go bed. Let the land and rock the dead. It's a place like correct, so Africa we are still yes, we have a forward as Zion. I in the Selassie I rely on. Far away from Babylon. Yes, we are trying to Zion. We're turning on. There is no time to waiting. You better be ready. See where the ships are sailing. We'll be cruising soon and stay. Well, I'm making it late and I don't want to. Yes, I'm telling it just straight. Me not in and no debate. Rastafari, I go shake. I go left out of the place. Going forward to the base. Retiring from the race. The youth in Africa are waiting. They are all anticipating. I repatriating. No discriminating. Rastafari feel the force. Forward to the source. Babylon, we are divorced without no sadness or remorse. Far away from Babylon. Yes, we have been forward as Zion. Closer to Mount Zion. I in the Selassie I rely on. Far away from Babylon. Yes, we have been tried about Zion. Closer to Mount Zion. We're charging on. Hey, repatriation is a must, it's not a possibility. Spiritually, physically, got the capability. Land in the cheap, that's affordability. What heap of land too, that's availability. Rasta done make the study, check the feasibility. Where Africans are ready, that's compatibility. Use the skills we have and use the high ability to build up Africa and give to the community. So all the Rasta people, what we need is unity. To check the governments, we need responsibility. Make them see with versatility, reliability. Africa's the land of opportunity, you see. Far away from Babylon. Yes, we have been trying to Mount Zion. Closer to Mount Zion. I in the Selassie I rely on. Far away from Babylon. Yes, we have been trying to Mount Zion. Closer to Mount Zion. We're trying on. Far away from Babylon. Yes, we have been trying to Mount Zion. Closer to Mount Zion.
Hello, greetings.
Yes, greetings, my dear beloved sister.
Greetings. Do you want to turn your radio down in the background?
That's not me.
Right.
How are you?
How are you?
What's your name?
Yeah, I'm good. It's like we're trying to work out the Skype, but something's not working. You're in.
Uh-huh.
But I'm calling to say congratulations to staff, yourself, on the presentation for Brother Doggy.
Yes.
That was.
Thank you.
I found that to be extremely wonderfully presented. Yeah, the station management and team, wonderful presentation.
That was
a
collective. Quite a few different
Well,
DJs and
it just shows the most marvelous things that we can do when our backs are really pushed up against the wall.
That's right.
'Cause we can't do nothing now. We can't go outside. So our brains are thinking very positive. Even though it's a loss, you know, and the man represent finding a voice, you know, and want we to work for ourselves and do good things. And yeah, we show a serious appreciation for that. So you know that
how does that, in your opinion, fit into the how does that fit into this question? Does the concept of community, is the concept of community an illusion? What's your based on the collective working with Brother Dougie's passing? And
yeah, well, Brother Dougie was trying to build a community to make we realize that we should be a community. And the memorial remembrance of Brother Doggy just showed that there have been a lot of listenership. The advice, the aims and objectives has not fallen on deaf ears. I just felt that with this pandemic, well, the last Brother Doggy going home, and then the response in relation to what just took place, it's a start, especially for Tottenham, you know, our side of the world, but Greater London as a whole. It's a start. Enough good things. Once we come out the other side, I feel if Brother Doggy was here, he would have said the same thing. Good things, very, very good things. Once we come out the other side of this thing, it's gonna happen for us.
Yes.
And that is only
if we
that
do.
is to me. When I mean that it's gonna happen for us, is that we will fall in love with ourselves, right? And if our brother Vice was here, he would have said that is the way forward right now, right? But me as a person with a community, 73 years ago, our parents had a community.
Yes.
We don't have no community. We have areas where we congregate. But we will have a community once we come out. We will have communities once we come out the other end of this situation. You see? And find your voice would have been key to that building. You know?
To still hear you. For those of you listening, we do apologise for any interference. The engineers are still on it.
Yeah.
Can you hear us all right, caller?
Yeah, I'm hearing you with all the screechies, but you know, no problem. And yeah, my name is Mr. Bessina.
Yes, I know your name. It's just the listeners to know your name.
Yeah. I am the fast lane coming up on a slow pace.
in a fast lane coming up on a speed break.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Job. Hey, Job once tell you, say, a man can go up on motorway and drive in a fast lane or the slow lane.
That's right.
That's right.
If you drive in a slow lane, you still go get where you want to go to in safety. You don't need to rush to get to where you want to go. But you can acknowledge the fast lane. And Brother Dougie,
You've been doing community work as long as I can remember. I think I was
a young
lady when I first met you.
hey, don't make me too old.
All right.
Alright?
And I think it was 81. All right. So over the years, how has the community networking, gelling, moving forward? How do you see it now? Looking back.
Now you're telling me now, 81, you want to ask me how me see community now. I don't tell you there's no community now. The community in Britain, the African Caribbean people, the African family had a community. Your mother, my mother, and all the other people, them parents that are grandparents to our children today, once them still here. Yeah? They didn't know one another, but they had a community. They had communities. They worked together. Them throw the partner. Them discuss things. Them get them ear done. Them get food. Them make clothes. They had total. Them had a community. The only thing we have that we've been having after them is areas that we call front line and areas that we just string up to a stone. We, unfortunately, my age group didn't do a great deal of nothing. They did not. You understand? And like now I'm telling people what our parents did.
Yeah.
Now the question is, what did I do? You see? So Brother Dougie would have said the same thing. It's areas where we are reside within. We lost that thing called community.
I think it's because we lost what is it? Because things were given to us. We felt we didn't work so hard. How I see it, and I can share this with everybody, and it could be wrong. If you've got your own views, you can call in. Our parents came over here, and they had to work together because they had no one else. Right? By the time we were in our 20s or whatever, there was lots of money thrown at our organisations, thrown at us to build organisations. There was what we used to call the Section 11 funding, remember that? And there was all these grants and the government was just giving us things. So I think we became complacent. And now that they're taking them back, rightly so, it's theirs. If anybody gives you anything when they finish, they can take it back. That's how it is. There's nothing there for our young people. There's not a lot there for our young people.
You know what kind of people you just described? A pressure pot people.
Pressure pot?
Yeah.
Yeah. Explain to the listeners.
Well, when we're under pressure, we realize what we need to do and we just do it.
Yes.
You understand? When there's no pressure about the place, we just become complacent and we just do what we are doing, which is very, very little. You see? So it comes back to me and your understanding now. Our beloved Marcus Garvey.
I was just thinking of this.
What do you mean? You talk to your brethren and you what kind of thing you're going with? Come on, man. We're upfront people. Right? It's that teaching, right? Not the talking, it's that teaching like gospel should have been, should have been, and it needs to happen now more than ever. You know, and that's why I say that we're pressure pot people. Cause if you take the whistle thing off of the pressure pot, it's not a pressure pot.
That's right.
That's right.
Okay. So until we get to that, until we return, not get to it, until we return to who we really are and stop the assimilating and all these different things. Because it's those things that cause my generation this problem. Because you see all those funding things you just talk about, that's easy picking to do something that we didn't collectively want to do. Right? Why am I saying collectively? I took on money to do something. You took on money, or you didn't get on money to do something. My something was meant to represent us, but it only represented me and my surroundings. That's what assimilating have done. My education as a black man, as an African man, that's what it did to us. Right? Now we're in this predicament here, and we don't have nothing. You're going to see how quick we start out ourselves. Because I'm sure people are calling other people to say, watch out, my pot shot. Right? I don't have this and I don't have that. And those persons that hear that message have gone to give that person a helping hand.
That's right.
That's right.
Right? So Marcus Garvey said that we should not wait until our back is against the wall to know who we are. It's not him saying. Yeah, because
when you look at our parents who came over, their backs were against us.
Of course.
We eased our back off the wall, and because of the funding, we were able to stand in the middle. We didn't have to stand at the wall.
Nah.
You know.
Right. So and we are still a beautiful people, but when the assimilated side of us makes that group of people arrogant, hostile, and now you can see the repercussion. Our children's adopted a foreign attitude and mannerisms and behavior. And it's not just me and you are citizen.
I know. I speak to a lot of parents.
No, what I mean is there are people who know this, but them just can't contextualize it, so them don't bother saying nothing. And nobody don't need to go and get a PhD to talk. And nobody don't need to go and get a MA to show people that you care.
That's true.
That's true.
We are genuine people. Brother Doggy wanted people to find a voice, express themselves, work together, and do things for us, for one another. Right? That's it. Until we do that and do that, return to what is really us, we're going to be still trying to find ourselves.
That's right.
That's right.
And
I don't. And another thing I want to say really on this, we don't need a begging bowl, and we don't need to be speaking a great deal on economics. We need to speak about ourselves working together, ourselves looking at our own agenda and our own priorities on that agenda, and develop trust, which evidently gives us the love that we have already. I think if I trust you, I'm able to do lots of things around you and with you. And likewise, you trust me. So when it comes to economics and you already have trust, you already have stability.
That's correct.
That's correct.
But if you have economics and don't have trust, you have thief. And then you have skeptical people. Because I would be skeptical.
That's right.
That's right.
I mean, it's my money, isn't it? Of course. So, I love you. And tell, what's his name? The big boss, Rasta Pastor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big up. I'm a beater of pastors, but me not beat up Rasta Pastor.
Okay.
Yeah. So I love everything. I love everything when you all are doing, and I know so that you was one warrior long time. And not a warrior, you're a princess. You're a princess. Yeah. So, respect.
Well, thank you so much for your input there. And I'm sure there might be somebody out there might want to make a comment on what you've said, or just make a comment in general. I'm going to say have a wonderful evening, what's left of it. And
but don't forget, Marcus Garvey, that conversation is to be had that we have to implement. And another thing I want to show you, the last time that we came together as a community and a big force across the United Kingdom was when we went to represent ourselves legally in New Cross, the New Cross fire.
Oh, 1981.
Yeah, no, I'm bringing it back to you because you didn't tell me about me. So we need to also put that in perspective and find out from ourselves what stopped that. That was the biggest unification. That was the biggest.
That's right.
Ever.
And it's recorded.
Right? Ever. Yeah. And that was us looking after us. You understand? That was us caring about us. And great deal of networking happened. Right? That's where we need to return. And we must remember that Sir Collins, his family was in that and other families, and we lost him 2 years now gone. Yeah? And that's a close friend of my family and me, Sir Collins. Yeah? So we need to go back to that. We need to start look at that, unpick that, as Brother Doggy would say, revisit that, and then we'll conclude why we isolate ourselves in modern technology. And Marcus Garvey unified 4+ million people with no technology.
No technology, that's right.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
Give thanks.
Thank you so much for your contribution. Thank you.
Thanks.
That was Mr. Best there, just sharing with us his thoughts on community and community spirit, community vibe. If you have anything that you would like to share with us, you can do so. The number to call in on is 07944 431 366. That's 07944 431 366. Now, earlier at the beginning of the show, I was saying that I'm going to share with you some of the things that I've been doing in this time of lockdown. And one of the things I would like to say before I go on to what I've been doing, I recognize and understand that a lot of people right now are hurting. A lot of us are not used to being in our house, not having anybody coming round for days on end. And that has caused some of our brothers and sisters to really struggle really hard with this situation. So I'm just going to invite you all that if you know of somebody who is living on their own, okay, give them a call from time to time. And if they allow you to, if you're very good friends or whatever, do things like video calls, because you know what I've noticed? A lot of people say they're fine and they're not fine. And because you can't see them on the phone, you just don't know what's happening. But when you see them, you can tell, when they're answering questions, you can tell something isn't right with them. And as they say, I think we're allowed to be near people, a meter away or something like that. Maybe you might want to, just do something like that so you can see the person, because a lot of people, I think the first 2 weeks of the lockdown, I found it very difficult going around visiting so many different people just to enable them to hang on in there, because the fear factor at that time was very, very, very high. I don't know if you remember, if you go back to the first week of the lockdown and how everybody was feeling and thinking, So if you know of people, give them a call. There's quite a few people that I have called and they're surprised that I've called them, but what I was doing is anybody who's run past my mind, if they run past my mind and they keep coming back to me, and it's a person that I don't normally talk to, but I've got their number, I give them a call. And love, you might be saying, how comes I haven't called you, innit? No, sorry. Just being serious now. Just give them a call, because you never know. And I've been helping out with the African Caribbean elders 60 plus on a Tuesday, doing food deliveries to the elders and the vulnerable people. And what quite a lot of the elders are telling me is that they haven't seen their children, because the government's told them that you're not supposed to see the elders because they're vulnerable. And I'm thinking, come on, think about what you're doing. Think about what you're saying to your elders when you do things like that. You don't know how they're getting on. You haven't seen them, so you don't know if their mobility is any good. You just don't know, because they might be all fretful as well. But you know what our elders are like? They're going to tell you that they're okay. But are they okay? So unless you actually see them, you won't know if they're okay. And sometimes when you see somebody on a Skype call or on a video call, they're just sitting in a chair talking to you. So you still don't know if they're okay. It's when you go and visit them and you see how they're not walking right, not walking up, taking long to do things, you'll say to yourself, they've deteriorated a little bit since I've last seen them. And then you can do something about it before it's too late. So I hope you're listening and being able to understand where I'm going. I'm not saying to defy the government. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying we're meant to be thinking about our people. Our people come first no matter what. Garvey said, race first. Before anything else, race first. Because that's who you are first. And you have to do the customs and the things that you're supposed to do in our community. And I was quite amazed at the amount of elders telling me that they haven't seen their children because it's locked down. Amazed. So look at this scenario. You haven't seen your mum. You haven't seen your dad because it's social distancing. But yet, stranger is coming to deliver food to them. Stranger is coming to check on them and to make sure that they're okay. So what has a stranger got that you ain't got? And you are their blood. Think about it, because some of what's going on don't make no sense. Or it don't make no sense to me. If anybody wants to come and enlighten me, but it don't make no sense to me. And if they're sick and go in hospital now, then you're going to be complaining that the hospital won't let you see them, but you haven't seen them for 5 weeks anyway. So do think about what messages, what non-verbal messages you're giving out. Got another caller here on the line. Hello, greetings. Hello, greetings, caller.
Greetings, sir.
Greetings. How are you?
I'm good, thanks.
Greetings. Who am I speaking to?
You're speaking to Sister Miriam.
Greetings, Sister Miriam. Oh, you was the last person I was here with, I think. I think you're the last person I was when I did my last show.
Oh, yes, and what a wonderful show it was as well.
Yes, it was. Oh, I had so much good feedback about that show.
That's good. That's great. I definitely agree with what you was just saying about people not visiting their family, the parents.
Yes.
Yes, I can understand what COVID said about this and that, but from my point of view, my parents are no longer here. They're no longer alive. But if they were here, I would most definitely be by them. Do you know what I mean? As you just said, people are carrying food to them. Do you know who these people are? Do you know what the food is? Do you know what I mean? Yeah, family first, race first. You just have to be cautious in how you're moving around and what you're doing. But I can't leave out my parents. I mean, my parents are not here, but I visit ones who need support. I know that they live alone or they have a
That's
disability
right.
or whatever the case may be, I will go and check them.
That's right.
And I'll make sure I look after myself, dose up myself whenever I go anywhere. And whoever I'm going to go and visit, I make sure I'm bringing things for them to also dose up themselves.
That's right.
Because I want them to be well, and I want to be well. And I want to make sure that their mental well-being is on point.
Exactly, sister. Exactly.
You understand? Because a lot of people, as you said, are really, really worrying about this situation like it's not trying to change. You know what I mean? But, as we said, after a storm, there has to be a calm.
That's right.
You have to get through this. You have to remain disciplined and focused.
That's right.
So that, we don't get distracted.
Anymore, yes.
It's really important to keep calm as possible. But I just can't understand this thing about not seeing your parents. I mean, I took my granddaughter today to the park. Her mum is working from home, and my son is working from home. So, there's like 2 rooms on lockdown, if you like, because they're Skyping and they're doing this and they're doing that. She's only 4, so therefore she's full of energy and so on. So, you have to try and keep her occupied.
That's right.
Well, one thing I always try to do is take her out of the house. Today we went to the park and met a couple with their child who's 2 years old. So, we're talking, and they said, they're kind of finding it hard because they ain't seen nobody don't come and visit them. And, she normally goes to nursery and she can't understand why she's not at nursery. So when she saw my granddaughter, she ran up to her and she held her hand. And the 2 of them start running about.
Natural thing to do.
The natural thing to do. Now, I'm not going to say, leave, don't hold her hand. She's 2 years old. You know what I mean? She's 2 years old, so what are you supposed to do? Just holding her hand at that point gives her some kind of security.
That's right.
Because she realized that, oh, well, there are young people out here. I can run up and down and feel good. I'm not saying that everybody has to go out there and start hog up with everybody. That's not my
silly.
point.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
That is not my point. It is affecting children.
Of course.
Emotionally, the fact that they don't have a normal routine, it is affecting them. Because I see it in my granddaughter. I see it when I take her out and the way she released herself and said, oh, I just love the sun on my face. I just love the breeze. And she's 4 years old. Do you know what I mean? And then when she's in the park, she says she's got her little play phone. She goes, oh, no, I'm going to text my friends and let them know that I'm in the park and the sun is shining on my face. Now, these are simple things, I can understand if you've got more than one child, it's difficult and so on and so forth. But the same way you used to look after your children before COVID is the same way you can be sensible and provide certain outlet for them. Yeah? Yes, it's more difficult when you're living in an estate, you don't have a back garden and you can't do this and you can't do that. But something, there's solutions to everything,
Of course, because they let you out to go shopping, so you must be able to go out.
Exactly.
This is what I'm trying to explain to people. If it was so bad, they wouldn't allow you to go shopping. They wouldn't allow you to do certain things. You got the builders digging up the roads and everywhere else. They're all at work. You got construction people already at work. I spoke to a guy this week Tuesday. He was working outside some sort of warehouse, and I said to him, "Oh, have you broken your lockdown?" He said, "I was never on lockdown. I've got work to do." Do you understand? So, and he's okay. He's wearing his mask and whatever. So, those of you who feel you have to wear a mask, wear it. I remember I wore a mask one day and I nearly had an asthma attack. So that's the only reason why I don't particularly wear a mask, because I couldn't breathe,
Yeah.
But I was sweating and it was so uncomfortable. I thought, people go around this all day, every day, But just be sensible. You know what to do for you, so do it. And don't forget your elders. Don't forget your grandchildren. I just can't understand what's going. I really don't understand. I really don't understand.
Very
But when you
true.
drive around at night time, you see all builders out.
Yeah.
7, 8, 9, 10 o'clock. You see them. Remember, you get up, you go down a road one day, and it's saying something. 2 days later, you go down the same road, and you see changes. So when did that happen if it wasn't in the daytime?
Yeah. Yeah. And you asked the question, is community an illusion? I would say no, it's not an illusion. You know, everything has to be done online now. So I'll give you an example of community. I listened to a webinar by Next Level Development.
Yes.
They're
Yes.
doing some great work in
Yes.
Zambia.
In Zambia. Mm.
Okay, so the community came together through the webinar and listened to this wonderful presentation.
Mm-hmm.
They're also going to be doing the same presentation again on the 17th of May, which is next week, Sunday, between 3 and 5. So if, you know, your listeners have got their pens and paper ready, Next Level Development, check them out. You know, nextleveldevelopment.co. The other webinar I listened to was via Instrumental Health, called Holistic Approaches to Staying Profitable During COVID-19. Now, this is the community coming together online.
That's right.
You know, various entrepreneurs, you know, various health practitioners, Black History Studies with their Instrumental Health, etc., a wealth of people sharing knowledge, giving guidance and information. So, I mean, the community is very much alive. Yes, there's a wealth of other things that we could be doing or should have been doing from whenever, but there are things going on within the community. It's not a complete closed door. And yes, the situation has made us, you know, wake up.
Yes.
As the brother said before about pressure people, yes, we're waking up, but it's better late than never at all. You know? So there are things going on, you know? You also asked about how are people managing. I think I'm managing because I'm quite a disciplined and focused person to a point. You know, not to say I don't get fed up, because your freedom of movement has been curtailed. So that's the main thing that kind of gets on my nerves. If I just want to go and do something, I have to, like, you know, kind of map it out in my head first if I'm going to go and take a journey, because I've heard of ones who have been fined and who've been stopped and who've been sent back home and all this foolishness. So, you know, your freedom of movement is definitely been affected. But I try to occupy myself with various things, whether it be online, whether it be music, whether it be sewing, whether it be baking, you know? And I think it's also important to try and keep a calm atmosphere at home.
Yeah.
I know that's not the case for everybody. I know some people are in some very destructive relationships.
That's right.
And, you know, my heart goes out to them, you know, but where you need to seek help, please seek the help.
That's right.
You know, please seek the help. Those who are in a position to do so, you know, keep your home as calm as possible. You know, monitor and supervise the family. You know, those that are working from home, make sure they take breaks. You know, they don't stay in one room. You know, you don't sit in front of the computer forever, because that also has an effect on you. Right. You know, monitor everybody. Everybody must look out for each other. You eat, you drink, you know, you take your vitamins, you drink your bitters. Look after, you know, look after the family, you know. I think it's very important. The young ones, they need to go out of the house, even if it's just walk around the block or run or skip or whatever.
That's right. And I'm sure
their
intake of social media must be high right now.
Yeah, definitely. But even that has to be monitored, you know, because you're sitting in front of a screen for long periods of time. You know, it doesn't do good for your posture, your eyes or anything. That's so right. You have to take breaks, you know. There is life after COVID.
Of course, yes, of course.
You know, we just really must look into self, and find strength because, something, we are the survivors. We come through the middle
We've come
passage.
through enough things.
We come through the middle passage, and we still are going with things.
That's right.
So we must bear those things in mind. Anytime we feel like we're faltering, anytime we feel like we're going into some deep kind of depression or whatever the term may be, And like you said, we have to reach out to those who we know are alone. We reach out, man. Spread some love.
Reach out and touch somebody's
Spread
hand.
some love. So on that note, I'm going to love you and leave you, my sister.
Thank you so much, Sister Miriam. Thank you for your contribution there. Have a very good evening, yeah?
You too. Bless
Thank you. That's Sister Miriam with her contribution. So you've got quite a few different aspects of what people are doing and their suggestions of how we can move forward. Yes, I was going on to say things like what I've been up to. Some of the things that I've been up to, or one of the major things that I've been up to, is working with the African Caribbean Elders 60 Plus project. Now, I don't know if you remember from January, we were doing meals on luncheon club on a Tuesday. And obviously, because the luncheon club is closed, we can't do the luncheon club anymore. But what we have been doing is we've been delivering groceries to the elders. And that's how I've been able to hear the stories from quite a lot of elders in relation to what they're going through and how they're managing with this lockdown or during this lockdown period. So what I'm also going to do, there's quite, from doing that, I've linked up with a number of organizations who are also doing food deliveries. So what I want to do now is I'm just going to go through some of them so that you can, if you've got an elder or somebody with, an elder or somebody with vulnerable adult or anything like that, you can give them a number or organize food packages for them. Oh, I just had it. I hope I haven't just deleted it, but I just had it in my hand and it's just all of a sudden it's disappeared. But yes, like I said, there's quite a lot of people who need help at this time, and I'm hoping that they manage to go on and get the help that they need in relation to this lockdown situation. And do remember, as some of the, like what Sister Miriam was saying, we are allowed out to a certain degree. Make sure you have a good explanation if they ask you where you're going, why you're going, how long you're going to be there for. Be sensible. Don't think that it's none of their business, because these are some of the answers, even though it is none of their business, but these are some of the answers that can cause you to get yourself into a lot of unnecessary hot water, and it can also escalate the situation, and that's something that you do not want to happen. So just to give you some of the people and places that you can speak to, we've got the African Caribbean Elders Luncheon Club 60 Plus. They do grocery deliveries on Tuesdays, and they cover the N15, N16, N17, EN3 areas. So their telephone number is 07860 790 769. That's 07860 790 769. We've also got the Redmond Community Centre. They're based up there, Manor House. They do grocery deliveries and hot food. Yeah, they do that every day of the week. N4 and N16 area. You can give them a call on 07930 303 437. That's 07930 303 437. They also assist parents and parents with young children. We've got the North London Community Consortium. They do hot food deliveries every day, and they do all the postcodes, all the N postcodes, okay? So in North London, all the N postcodes. Their telephone number is 07873 555 855. That's 07873 555 855. And they also assist parents with young children. We've got Together Our Community Survives. They do groceries, deliveries, and they're thinking of doing hot meals. They do the group, they've got elderly COVID at risk, and those experiencing financial hardship. They deliver on Saturdays all the Enfield postcodes. That's all the London Borough of Enfield postcodes. That's 07915 919 524. So if you can't remember all the details, just remember, I'm going to read the organisations again. You can go on their websites and get more information. In the East London area, we have the Al Cable and Revivalist Movement. They do grocery deliveries on Wednesdays to East London and North East. So that's E8, E9, E10, E11, E16, E17, and I forgot E5. Yeah? Their telephone number is 07908 814 152. Okay? So that's 07908 814 152. We've also got Sister Space, that's the African Caribbean Women's Domestic Abuse. They do grocery deliveries daily in the Hackney area, E5, E8, E9, and N16. Their telephone number is 07956 134 370. That's 07956 134 370. And they also assist parents with young children. And they also do single men. Yeah? That's lovely. In the West London area, we've got Real Talk Radio. They do grocery delivery drops on Wednesdays. That's west and northwest of London. Their telephone number is 07949 760 323. That's 07949 760 323. And they also assist parents with young children. In South London, we've got the West Indian Association of Ex-Service Personnel. They do a food bank on Thursdays. You have to get there between 2 and 3 p.m. That's in South London. Their address is 1612167 Clapham Manor Street, London SW4 6DB. Their telephone number, which is the important thing here, 07944 958 879. That's 07944 958 879. Just to let you know, remember sometime late last year, I was reading out about the True Blue Bar that did meals for vulnerable people on a Sunday. They have changed their location. They have reopened. Well, they would have reopened if it wasn't due to the lockdown. But what they're doing at the moment, they're doing meals for the elders and for vulnerable and homeless. Yeah. So to tell you what they're doing is True Blue is a takeaway. They do seafood and Caribbean meals. They're based at 51 Balham Hill, Clapham South, London SW12 9DR. And they're open between 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. Thursdays to Sundays only. That's Thursdays to Sunday only from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. They do free deliveries, but it depends. You have to spend a minimum of £40. They also are using Deliveroo. Okay, but on every Sunday they do free meals for the homeless. It's on a Sunday. You have to pick up between 1 and 3 o'clock. However, you have to phone in advance to reserve your meal. So their telephone number is 07466 07466 347 622. That's 07466 don't know why I keep saying that. 07466 347 622. Then, if you type in your word search in your search engine, Lewisham Local, it will take you to a link. That link covers all the food services in the Lewisham area. So if you're in the Lewisham area, type in Lewisham Local and you'll get a lot of information about loads of different food bank provisions in the Lewisham area during this lockdown period. Yeah? So those are some of the places that we have at the moment. And we will keep you updated. Those of you on the, that's that. So I'm going to read out, I did say I'm going to read out the names, just the names of the organisations so you can Google them. We've got North London, African Caribbean Elders Luncheon Club 60 Plus. You've also got the Redmond Community Centre. You've got the North London Community Consortium. And you've got Together Our Community Survives. And the acronym is TOX. That's all in the North London area. In the East London area, you've got Al Kabalan Revivalist Movement. And you've got Sister Space. In West London, you've got Real Talk Radio. In South London, the West Indian Association of Ex-Service Personnel, and you got the True Blue Takeaway Restaurant. Also, Lewisham Local. All right? So those are some of the food places. There are others. There's loads of others. I think if you typed in your postcode and your postcode or anything in your borough, things will come up because lots of the local authorities are doing things for people. Yep. I think last week we had a text come round saying that Edible Eats have got so much food that the food is going to waste. Sometimes I don't know who puts things together, or I know it's all good intentions, but it's not very helpful when you phone and the people don't know what you're talking about. So I remember one day last week, I phoned Edible Eats, and then I think within a couple of half an hour to an hour after phoning them, they'd actually changed their message on their phone lines because they were saying that the information is incorrect. So with Edible Eats, what you have to do, you have to ring the number. If you ever see it come past on your WhatsApp, ring the number, and all your details go through to Haringey Council, and Haringey Council will decide whether or not they send food out to you. It's not a case of you going anywhere and picking up any food. I know some of the town halls. I know Tottenham Town Hall, the annex was giving away food as well, doing food. So if you know of anywhere, remember there's lots of different people about with different circumstances. Just let them know. Now, for those of you who may have family members who are homeless, if you've got family members who are homeless, they can register at any of the local councils' homeless units, and an assessment will be made on them, and they should be given alternative accommodation, whether it's just for the COVID season or beyond that. At least they've got somewhere that they can have as a base for some time. Yeah, I know many people are being put up in Premier Inn free of charge, and that's via the local councils. So if you know of anybody who you know is homeless, who's been what they call sofa surfing or going from home to home and things like that, do allow them to get this knowledge. Yeah, let them go to their local council or a local council, because obviously if you're homeless, it can't be your local council, but they might be in the borough or whatever, let them go to the local council. They would assess which borough you should be in from your social, what do they call it? I can't remember the term, but they use it as some sort of social groups from your social contacts or whatever. And they'll place you in the borough or refer you to the borough that best serves your needs, all right? So once again, during this time where people are meant to be off the streets, I think a lot of people have been housed by now or given some form of accommodation. I'm also aware of a lot of people as well being where they've got private landlords. The private landlords are deciding to take their properties back, and that has also displaced quite a number of people. Even in my own circles, there's quite a few people that I know who have been displaced due to these situations that I've just mentioned. So if we can help, we can help. Yeah. Don't just turn a blind eye saying, I remember sending out a text last week, and the amount of saying that there was a young man who needed somewhere to live, to rent, yeah. And the amount of one-word responses I got saying COVID, lockdown, But I was glad to know that there are still people out there who, in this lockdown season, are willing to help. Whether it be help somebody else or even help themselves, because obviously if you're getting rent, you're helping yourself as well, during this very difficult time for some people. Yeah, and sometimes we need to think about how we respond to things, because remember, COVID doesn't affect everybody, okay? Or the disease, if it at all exists, doesn't affect everybody. So do bear that in mind, yeah, and think about how we can help each other, because at the end of the day, like I've always said, we are our brothers and our sisters' keeper. If we can't help our own, who are we expecting to help them? Do you understand? And that brings me to a lovely tune. I'm just going to see if I can find it right now. One that you must have, if you've been listening to my shows from way back when, you would have heard this song before. It's very community spirited. It's called Who Will by Black Starling. And just listen to the words and take a listen and reflect on this and see how you can go forward from listening to this tune.
You tell me you're tired, hear me complaining.
I don't know that already.
You tell me it's time to give up the fight.
I don't know that already.
You say about myself it's time to start looking.
I don't know that already.
Black people will never see the light. That is one thing I cannot do. For my love for them is true. They are my people. That is no trouble. So if I don't love them, then who will? If I don't care them, then who will? You think some man from Scotland who fight in the English go stop saying about the own thing to fix up my business? You say my people lazy and how they have no skill. But if I don't love them, then who will? Hey! Anything you tell me about my people,
I don't know that already.
anything you tell me about them, you're right.
I don't know that already.
Like when you say they're always looking for trouble,
I don't know that already.
and how they lose their will to fight. Look, all I have is them, and all they have is me, so it ain't easy to separate we. But if I don't love them, then who will? You see how my people tired and lazy.
I don't know that already.
You tell me how my people lost their way.
I don't know that already.
Black people don't care about unity.
I don't know that already.
They just keep living day for day. But with all the abuse and all the things that they are accused, I still love them. I have no problem. For if I don't love them, then who will? If I don't care them, then who will? You think some man from Ireland who fight in the English go stop saying about the own thing to fix up my business? You say my people lazy and how they have no skill. But if I don't love them, then who will? You tell me you're tired, hear me complaining.
I don't know that already.
You tell me it's time to give up the fight.
I don't know that already.
You say about myself it's time to start looking.
I don't know that already.
Black people will never see the light. That is one thing I cannot do. For my love for them is true. They are my people. That is no trouble. So if I don't love them, then who will? If I don't care them, then who will? You think some man from Scotland who fight in the English go stop saying about the own thing to fix up my business? You say my people lazy and how they have no skill. But if I don't love them, then who will? Hey! Anything you tell me about me people,
I don't know that already.
anything you tell me about them, you're right.
I don't know that already.
Like when you say they're always looking for trouble,
I don't know that already.
and how they lose their will to fight. Look, all I have is them, and all they have is me, so it ain't easy to separate we. But if I don't love them, then who will? If I don't care them, then who will? You think some man from India who fight in Pakistan go stop seeing about the own thing to help out African? You say my people lazy and how they have no skill, but if I don't love them, then who will?
Yes. That one's called Trial and Crosses from Sister Miriam there. And it's funny because that went out to, let me see who it went out to first. Caller 821. You had me going there because up top I played Who Will by Black Starling, and he's also got a Trial and Crosses. So I was looking for the Trial and Crosses, and then I'm glad you sent in the other text because now I knew who you wanted me to, which artist you wanted me to play. See, I'm glad you was more specific. Otherwise, you would have heard the Trial and Crosses from Black Starling. Anyway, yes, both of those tracks there, giving us some words of encouragement through song there. So I hope you enjoyed those two pieces of music. And I want to apologize to a couple of people who have sent in texts to the show today. And once again, 821, thank you so much there. I want to say hi to Angie Rose. How you doing? Winston and Rose, another couple there. Azanajem, how you doing? And also Ragadee's texting with his laugh out loud as usual. And I want to say hi to all the silent listeners because I realize that I have a lot of silent listeners, and I tend to forget to say hello and hi and thank you to you. All right. Just want to go over to I got a lovely text one day this week. I must see if I can find it and share it with you. It was a picture. And I'm looking at this picture, trying to work it out and reading what it said. And then it wasn't until after a while I understood, because sometimes, when I read it, I might not see what is actually there. Okay. Sometimes when I'm reading, I'm thinking what could be there rather than what is there. So this one came in at Sunday at the 3rd of May 2020 at 3:03 p.m. And it said Namastu because it was from the Holy Coptic Church crew. Chevelle to be more exact. Hi, how you doing, sweetie? It's got here, I have 3 eyes, 2 to look and 1 to see. I thought it was so beautiful. 2 to look and 1 to see. And many of us are looking. All the time we're looking. But a lot of us don't see. Okay? Especially with this climate that's going on, and we're listening to so much things on the media, social media, mainstream media, and all that we're listening to and seeing, all that we're looking at, we can't see. Some of us are taking everything that's comes across us as gospel. A lot of us are looking at even what things like the BBC are saying and looking at it as gospel, but a lot of it doesn't make sense. And it's time that you take a look and see. The information is all there for you. They flash it in front of your eyes all the time. You have to go through it. It's like when you're at school and you have got an assignment and you've got 3 or 4 different books. You have to pick out things. You have to go through it with a fine-tooth comb. When you've done your essay, you go over it and do the finer details, the crossing the I's and dotting the T's. And, this is what you've got to do with this information that's coming in. A lot of it don't make no sense, and you must realize it don't make no sense. Okay? So think about what we're doing. And I think this one came through at a good time for me. I have 3 eyes, 2 to look and 1 to see. Now, if you want to join the Holy Coptic Church, they do online services and studies at the moment. On Sundays, their Sunday service is 10 a.m. EST time, 1 p.m. PST time, and 3 p.m. GMT time. That's us. Okay? Yeah. On Wednesdays, they have EST is Eastern time. Yes. I got that one. Right. So on Wednesdays, they have the True Light Fellowship Spiritual Studies. Okay? 3 p.m. PST time. I think the T is for time, so I should need to stop saying that. PST. 5 p.m. General time. 6 p.m. Eastern time and 11 p.m. GMT. Yes? So if you want to get more information about the Holy Coptic Church, go onto their website, www.holycoptic, spelled QUBITC, holycopticchurch.co.uk or Holy Coptic Church London at outlook.com. Yes? So that's www.holycopticchurch.co.uk and Holy Coptic Church London, that LDN, yeah, at outlook.com. All right? Want to big you up for the works that you are doing in the community, and it's good to put the African content back into the spirituality. Yes, mix them up together, because that's how they were in the beginning. They say, so as it was in the beginning, so shall it be in the end. All right, make of that what you will. Coming fast to the end of the show, I do know we've got another presenter up after me. I'm not fully sure if they're coming in or if it's remote. But yes, they're coming in. But so in the meantime, I want to play this one. It may be my last tune. If it's not, I will see you on the other side. If it is, have a wonderful evening, what's left of it. Have a wonderful week. And I should be here back next Friday. Let's see how much more work we can do in our community before next Friday. And remember your elders, remember your mother, your father, your aunties, your uncles who's all these years been relying on you and now they can't see you. How are they feeling? Go and see them. As in physically see them. Get to see how they're walking about. Get to see how, some of them might be now leaning on the sink to do what they have to do. Using the trolley as a Zimmer frame. These are things that you're not seeing. You're not knowing what's going on with them. If you're not seeing them, you're not knowing if they're getting weaker. You're not knowing if they're getting stronger. Yeah, you're not there to share in this experience that they're going through and help them through this time. Yeah? So this one is Mikey Spice and I believe, hold on, Mikey Spice and I'll tell you who else it is. Louis Culture, yeah? Mikey Spice and Louis Culture. This one's called Grab Your Lust at the Cutlass, yeah? So for work purposes, yeah, because it's about coming together, bringing the resources together. So this is this one. So like I said, if I'm not here on the other side, thank you for your listening ears. Thank you for all those of you who took part. And thank you for all those who took part just by listening. And thank you for those who took part by sending a text or a rewind or anything of that nature. Once again, take care. This is Lady Leo signing out. If I'm signing out. If not, I'll see you on the other side.
That's why the middle not around concern. Hey, look at John Mikey Spice. I tell him to go on to the dirt and down this mama. Take a seat. You know what I heard?
Don't you ever feel the streets? That's where we eat our meal. No, don't you put up that pride and go have another guy. Put your shoulders to the wheel. You and I must eat, boy. Come on, brother man. Give an helping hand, no. Grab your lads and come. You know, say, Wole Pabush in the yard, one chop down. Grab your lads and come. Whoa, yeah. Grab your lads and come. You know, see, Wole Pabush in the yard, one chop down. Grab your lads and come.
There's a whole lot of work. Well, me go plant some dasheen and cocoa. Bungo peas, gully bean and okra. A vegetable with the steam with all chocho. Coconut with the great make toto. Me love me bammy so me plant some cassava. Papa no ya me so why ya mingo harder. Him get jam a bit from him great grandfather. Granny say when it come to food she nah no bother. Come tata,
grab the bill and come. I will leave a bush in the yard and chop down. Grab the bill and come. Whoa, now grab the fork and come. Ready, if you go blow up, jam down. Grab the fork and come. Whoa, yeah. A whole lot of work.
well, as a maki, I boil, she I no want them spoil. You see the pot a bubble up. Me watch the picnic, them a smile. Me have some good old Jamaican coconut oil. It remind me of the days on the bank of River Nile. Ragamuffin now got beat and no fashion and style. Till man a still up Jamaican style. War ragamuffin are 1,000 mile. We have it, we don't need no lazy body. In a Zion, man have it strong and like a lion. Man have it iron, Louis culture on the version. Mike is spicy, come and chat to the very last
Now what you sow, you're bound for reap. Once you sweat, you're gonna eat. Oh, don't you put up that pride and go rob another guy. Oh, put your shoulders to the wheel. You and I must eat, brother man, given every day. And let us blow up this land. So grab your lass and come. I will leap a bush in the yard and chop down. Grab your lass and come. Whoa, oh, oh, yeah. Grab the bill and come. We'll leap a work in the yard need to be done. Grab your lass and come. Whoa, oh,
yeah. When we go plant some dasheen and cocoa, gungo peas, gully bean and okra. The vegetable we fi steam with all chocho. Coconut we fi grate make toto. Me love me baby so me plant some cassava. Papa and yummy so I am in good order. Yes, he get your habit from him great grandfather. Granny say when it come to food she know no bother. Mama tell me say, want me boy, go till the sign and me say no left the coat last the matter can the fight. Want me boy, go travel the mile car. You never come here so fi rip off my
yeah, yeah.